Okay, so today we're going to do a review of a site called Blind Zebra Sports. So this site was submitted by a member of the SEO the Smart Way group on Facebook, James. So thank you for suggesting this, James, as your site to be reviewed. So really, I'm going to go through it from just a general on-the-fly perspective. There's not, I'm not going to really break this into different sections or anything like that. So James is happy with just a general review, and that's what we decided to do. So we're just going to dive right in to having a look at the site. Obviously, his goal is to get traffic, to get sales for this new website of his. So we're just going to go through it from maybe put a bit of structure on it in terms of the general look and feel, looking at the design, the navigation, the different pages, what he's not doing that he could be doing, what he could be doing differently, and then just general thoughts from a marketing and business perspective as well. And then finally, we'll dive into a couple of different tools to help James, and to help others really kind of promote the site, market the site, and more kind of looking at research and what competitors are doing and so on. So a couple of different tools there. And also then I'd like this to be, I started off thinking this should just be a general review, but really I'm going to post it up on the group, and then anyone who has feedback, any constructive feedback or thoughts to share, do post them in the comments and start liking the comments, sharing your thoughts and just engaging with the review. And I'm sure we can do more of these in the future as well. So anyway, get cracking. So Blind Zebra Sports. So this is obviously a sports apparel, a sports clothing site. Blind Zebra Sports. So we've got different categories here. Sports apparel. So obviously there's the view all products, fishing, cycling. It's a fairly standard e-commerce site. Different images, product images. And then there's obviously all the pages you'd expect to see about terms of service, track your order. There's a couple of social icons, etc. So take it from the top here. The first thing I noticed was that there is a huge banner here at the top, which I actually thought maybe was possibly an error, because I saw this big banner that's quite dark and takes up the whole kind of nearly a whole half of the page. So I would definitely address this first from a design perspective, and I'm sure the people on the post here will have additional thoughts in terms of design and additional expertise. But I would say that this could be cut in half at least, just to give, it's taken up a lot of real estate, as they say. So I would maybe cut this in half and utilize this space. This space is just kind of dark blank space here. So you could have pictures of your products, you could have some sort of logo, a theme of some description. Just really think that it's sort of dominating a bit too much here, and it's also cutting off the image here. So that it just doesn't look quite right. I think you could do a lot more with that to improve it. Next, I don't really, you're not really saying anything to me in terms of who you are, your story, trust, etc. So, all orders over $50 will receive free shipping is great, but what I want to know is, who are you? What do you do? What's your story? Where have you come from? How are you different to other e-commerce stores? And I'm not really getting the sense of that from here. I did scroll down afterwards, and I saw there's a section at the bottom here, our story, but this should really be up the top, because if I land on a website, I'm trying to get a feel straight away for where am I, where I am, who are you, what makes you different to other companies, why should I buy from you, why should I even spend any time on this website? So you could consider possibly bringing this content to the fore, the Our Story content. So you talk about how sports is such an important part of our lives and of your life. It's born out of the idea that sporting and outdoor goods and apparel should not bankrupt people. However, to empower people to lead more successful and enjoyable lives. So I mean, that's a tagline that you could have in the banner on the front page of your website. Maybe you could rephrase it to make it less wordy and make it more snappy, but that could actually be your tagline that you could bring up to the top of your site here in some shape or form. And then immediately people start to say, oh yeah, I identify with that, that resonates with me. Yes, I want to get out there and do sports and be outdoors, but it's costly. Ski gear is costly, or football gear or basketball gear is costly. But here's a way for you to be able to afford the goods you need while and going to be able to go out and enjoy yourself. So really just try and get across that kind of the theme, the why. So it kind of starts with why. So why did you set up the site? what motivated you to do it. That should be at the fore, not buried at the bottom of the page here on an about page. So you can still have it on the about page, but just consider bringing an element of it to the homepage to just kind of make it resonate with people and have them see what you're all about. So if you go back to the homepage here, again, so I mean, what you want is you want to kind of have people trust you. You want them to feel like there's some sort of social proof or some sort of other people have purchased here, other people have spent time on this website. So think about reviews, testimonials, ratings. Can you embed them somewhere on the site? Can you have something, some selling points? So this is a good selling point here, but maybe dress it up a bit more. Maybe bring in an icon or an image or something to depict like an image of kind of like whatever, a free shipping image. Bring in some icons, some images just to bring that to life a bit more. Reviews, social proof is important. Really the trust factor, because it's e-commerce, you want to have the trust factor there. I see you have HTTPS, you have the secure SSL here, so that's great. Images, this to me is not the strongest image. Images of people, so people's faces, and kind of images that are real are better than kind of generic stock images of somebody's leg or a blurred out person in the background. So I would really look. I'll just take a quick look through. Yeah, so kind of more the same. You're better off having a picture of someone's smiling, happy face, enjoying the product, skiing down a slope, running across a football pitch, hitting a tennis racket on a tennis court on a sunny day. Something like that really brings it to life and pops is a lot better than kind of generic images. So, easily for the basketball image here, you could easily have somebody slam dunking the ball into the basket, or a team at play, or like a kid's happy face running across the basketball court. This to me doesn't really speak to me that much. Same here. Why couldn't she be facing the other way? You'd see her face then, and it just makes it a lot more personable and friendly and brings it to life a lot more. Yeah, so that's design. These images are okay. Again, I would really do an image review and just sort of see are there better images that again, a picture of a man or a woman wearing the hat would be better to me than just the picture of the hat. Like something that's recommended is for when you're selling a product, any product, and this isn't just online, this is just in general in terms of marketing, branding, business, is try to show people using the products. So instead of having an image of a hat, have somebody wearing the hat. Simple as that. And instead of showing a tennis racket, have somebody have the tennis racket, on a tennis court using the racket, with the racket in their hand. Same for golf, same for somebody, a food, for example. If you were selling food, have somebody actually consuming the food or using the product that you're actually selling. So just a tip. So the images and the overall design, I think, needs a little bit of work, and I'm not saying it's it needs to be overhauled completely, but I think it's a good start what you've done. But I just think you probably could do it, maybe getting a designer or just getting some input. There's sites like there's freelancer sites, and there's tons of different great designers out there who can help you with that. So so that's what I would say. Down here, I think this could do. I'm not crazy about the blue on the grey. Now your email. So this is I just happened to see this by scrolling down. What you want to do is you want to make sure that people can pop their email in up here. So you want to have like an email widget up here. Make it more prominent. If there's something on the site, if something is important to you on the site, so getting someone's email is extremely important, because it means you have a way to reach them. You're not going to be paying for ads. You're not going to be trying to reach them on Facebook and not knowing what Facebook are going to do in terms of their algorithm. If you get someone's email, that's an asset. You have them on your list. You can reach them anytime you want. So that's where a tool like Aweber will come in. So I'll put the link to this in the comments, but with Aweber, you can use, you can basically you can essentially just generate sign-up forms for your website, and you can place them anywhere you want on your site. Maybe even go to my site here. You'll see I've got various ones in different places. It's a bit slow to load. Okay, so you can see on my site here, for example, if you wanted to have a look, you see I've got like an email sign up form on the right, so the top right. So anyone who lands on the site is going to see this on the right, or hopefully they will. And then I have them on different pages. So if you go into an individual post, in your case, it might be a particular product page. You'll see at the bottom, I have another email sign up form here. So it just gives you different opportunities to capture someone's email address. Down the bottom. Okay, well, it should be there. Maybe it's not showing for me. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so you can enter your email in here, and then when you go to leave the site, you'll also get another pop-up. So I just wanted to show that to you briefly, Aweber. Just have a look at that. Going back to the site, yeah, so we've covered a bit already. Back to the about us page. Going back to trust. People are, if they're going to get their credit card out and pay you, they're going to need to trust you. They're going to need to know that there's real people behind the site, that it's not just thrown up there and they don't know who it is. A couple of things here. Maybe consider adding your images, your photographs to the site. Say we are James and whoever, this is the team. Here we are. Here's our photos. Maybe even link out to your Twitter or your LinkedIn or your Facebook or whatever it is. Maybe not Facebook, but Twitter or LinkedIn. Here's how you can contact us. So you just want to kind of make people realize that there's real people behind this site running a business. You can contact us anytime. Here's what we look like. You can trust us with your purchases. Something like this is a big red flag. So you don't want to have a Hotmail or a free mail or a Gmail account, anything like that, if you're running a business. So this needs to be info@theblindzebra.com or something like that, or customer service it needs to have your domain name here. So definitely do invest in that. Get a Google Apps G Suite, I think it's called. So look into that. I think you can get a professional Google email address, custom domain for your business set up, and @domainname.com name set up with Google. You can do it for about €3 or $4 a month. So it's a very good investment just to be professional about it and to look professional. So that's what I would say there. We haven't got into any of the product pages just yet, but I think a lot of the same. Okay, so you've got images here. Again, not bad images. I just look at it and just go to competitor websites is another tip and see what do your competitor images look like? What kind of pages do they have in terms of design? What kind of images are they using? This is actually, I quite like this. It's not bad. You've got your descriptions. Yeah. So okay. Customer reviews. Is there a way you can get some reviews here? Could you even have like family or friends buy a product and do up some reviews, something like that? So yeah, so I won't go on too much longer, but that should hopefully get you started. From an SEO point of view, yeah, just have a look into keyword research. Make sure you're targeting the right keywords on the site. That's a whole other topic in itself, or a whole other video probably. What you can do as well, you can take your site, you can pop it into. I'll pop this in the comments as well, a link to this. So you can pop it into SEMrush, and you can just do a search, and you can get, this is like a fantastic product I use all the time. I didn't use it for a long time. I just had other products, but I basically started using this, and I found it was great. So this is obviously a new site. You're not going to be ranking for any terms just yet, but it's great to just sort of see how you're doing over time. I think you can go into competitors, look at them as well. Keyword analytics. So you're going to need to obviously build up some data, but this is a good one to keep in mind for when your site starts getting some traffic. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Just the big things are design, the trust factor, at the about page, social proof. Yeah, definitely the images. Yeah, and to get traffic to the site, obviously you should get some content up, a blog, start blogging. It's great to have a blog and also to have an email list, because you can send out the content of your blog to the email list. Follow us. So okay, so you want to, like, for Facebook and Twitter, if you do have followers and tweets going on, consider getting a widget or a plugin of some sort that shows your tweets updating. You could have your tweets flowing in here. so that people can see there's activity. Again, going back to the social proof and the trust, making sure that people can see that there's a real business, there's real people behind the business. You can embed your tweets and your Facebook updates, Instagram as well, possibly. Um, I see I've got a widget here, which is good. So yeah, so that's. I hope that helps. I'll leave it there, and do start putting comments, questions, interact, like likes, etc. Like the questions you want answers to in the comments. And yeah, I will leave it there for now, and I hope that it's been helpful. And I'll pop the links to Aweber and SEMrush in the comments as well. And you can sign up for a trial, free trial on both of those products through those links. So yes, I will leave it there for now, and thank you.